Hey, how's it going, everybody? Cyclops from Paramount Cyclops here. Sincerely hope your day has been just fantastic for you. Before I get into this story, I need to preface it with this. Whether you are a Trump supporter or not, whether you are a Biden supporter or not, we live in a country where we use equal application of the law. So if the roles were reversed and it was your candidate that had questions and enough of his followers were having questions, you would want an investigation as well. And if people produced things that were anomalies that made you go, well, then I ask that you just take your partisan cap off right now and look at it from a perspective of remove the person from the situation and just have it as the title. There is an individual who is a president, and as president, he went through an election, and he is saying that there are anomalies, and there are certain evidences that do show certain anomalies, and as such, those anomalies should be investigated. Equal application of the law, also on this channel, means equal application of logic. And I am dispensing this information. I am not a Trump supporter. I am not a supporter of any individual at all, personally. I am simply dispensing the information and allowing you to base your own opinion. After that, you do with the information as you wish. Now, let's hope I did this correctly, and we are on the other screen. So from Newsbreak, historically strange spike in incomplete Nevada voter files casino as home. Now, just as a caveat, real quick, I do look up multiple sources on every single story. I don't even consider doing a story unless I can get a different view, a differing opinion, corroborating evidence, something. So I came upon this little gem right here. Anchorage Daily Planet. My hometown. Yay. Man, what could I expect from my hometown but something like this? To read this story, you come to a blank page. Why might that be? Well, they're banking on people just reading this title, and that's it. Because that constitutes news nowadays. You just come up with a title, and that's it. That's all you need. People don't click on that link. They read this, and they go to their friends, and they say, hey, did you see? There's a lot of people that are filing as homes in casinos and things. It's a conspiracy. It's this and that. We got them. We got them. Well, hold on. Slow down, Johnny Roger. And see what we got. So we're going to go from this one to this one here. This is the Washington Examiner. This one is Newsbreak. We'll read Newsbreak, but I want to go to the Washington Examiner for the graph because I think it shows a good visual. Historically strange spike in incomplete Nevada voter files casinos as home. Casinos and a couple other places too. An analysis of Nevada votes has uncovered an unprecedented jump in problem voter registrations. Now, when I say an unprecedented jump, when you get to the chart, you will get a good visual of how unprecedented the jump really is. It is perhaps not direct evidence, but it is compelling of definitely an investigation is needed in the very least. Likely providing the Trump campaign with another avenue to challenge Joe Biden's victory in the critical state. In an affidavit filed in another Republican election challenge, a data scientist found a huge surge of incomplete voter information. Now we're going to come over here and we'll finish the story here using this graph. Now, most of the beginning information is the same as you have read there. An analysis of Nevada votes has uncovered an unprecedented jump in problem voter registration, things that are incomplete, and almost verbatim, providing Trump campaign with another avenue to challenge Joe Biden's victory in the critical state. Because journalism nowadays includes the ability to highlight, cut, copy, and paste onto your own article from another news article, which is why I usually look for multiple sources. This one, believe it or not, a lot of them are just cut and paste. And that seems to be a growing problem. In an affidavit filed in another Republican election challenge, a data scientist found a huge surge of incomplete voter registration and those giving casinos and temporary RV parks as their home or mailing address. In the 3rd Congressional District that covers the southern third of the state and much of Clark County. Yeah, it's the 3rd Congressional District. All this is in one district, mind you. One district, just one district. If they can find another district, then that would show repeatability. That would show perhaps a pattern. I'm only giving the information. I don't give a rat's behind about Trump. I don't give a rat's behind about Biden. I care about the United States. I care about your vote. I care about the person that we voted for getting in, no matter who America voted for. And I care about equal application of the rule, equal application of the law, and equal application of logic as much as possible. Anyways. The expert, Dorothy Morgan, said that in her initial study of the records of those who voted, there was an historically strange jump in voter registrations, missing the sex and age of the voter, making confirmation by poll workers impossible. So this is the graph. The number of voters is here on the right. I mean the left. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Maybe sometimes I'm dyslexic. I do seriously worry about some mental issues with myself sometimes. 0 being down here on the bottom, to 14,000 being here at the top. Here, 2000 to 2008, there was 1, none in 2009, 1 in 2010, 1 in 2011, 0 in 2012, 1 in 2013, 1 in 2014. As you can see, kind of generally going slightly up a little bit. Population goes up, number of voters go up, accessibility to voting goes up, online voting. Yeah. But look at this jump. If it followed the natural curve, you would expect it to be about, let's see, what are we, more than doubling, more than tripling, 28, 156 to 3, then you would imagine this number would be about 7 to 800, like about here naturally, maybe a little bit higher, 1,000. Let's call it, hey, something really happened. There's, but no. There are 13,372. Okay. If nothing else, remove your emotions. If you were on the outside looking in, you didn't know if it was a Democrat or a Republican, and you saw this, you would be like, maybe that warrants at the very least an investigation into what happened. That way we can put it at ease. Now, if you put in your partisanship, as a Democrat, you should welcome it, because then you can say, ha, you see, you dumb Trump supporters. You said this was something, and it was investigated, and it turned out to be nothing, so you should want the investigation. As Trump supporters, you should want the investigation for obvious reasons. So no matter what, each side, you should want the investigation. The less we have in question about this election, the better. Can we just move past it by agreeing that we need to have it at least investigated? Let me know if I'm completely off my rocker. Am I seeing this from the wrong point of view? Let me know what you think. Your opinion matters. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one.